Hi guys, Namaskaram, welcome back to my channel Sri's Delight. I am Sri Lalita. So we are doing keto recipes in my channel. Today I am going to make keto version of Morkali. So this Morkali usually it's one of our favorite tiffins in our homes. In my in-laws house they make it often. I love it when my mother-in-law cooks for me. This one usually they make with the rice flour. Since we are in keto, we are not supposed to eat rice and we are not supposed to take some lentils also. This recipe which I miss very much in this keto, I wanted to try it in keto version. So with lots of experiments I came up with the recipe. I think this is the first recipe in YouTube, might be. So we'll see how to make this Morkali. This Morkali is one of the simplest tiffins. When you're hungry, you make it and eat it. That's it. It's so simple. Now we'll see what and all ingredients we need to make this keto version of Morkali. To make this Morkali, these are the ingredients we need. Here I have taken 2 tablespoons of hunk curd or Greek yogurt. To this I have taken 5 tablespoons of sprouted almond flour. This is homemade sprouted almond flour. Here I have taken some coconut oil. Here sesame oil. This is lime juice. Here I have taken only a little bit of roasted peanuts. Actually peanuts you are not supposed to take it in the keto, but it's okay if you take it in limit. So here I have taken some peanuts. This is my curry leaf. This is our red chili. You can take any variety you want. And this one, this is our Mor Molahai, which is called in Tamil. This one you will get in any South Indian supermarkets or grocery stores. And this is hing or asafoetida. And here I have taken some mustard seeds and cumin seeds. And the main ingredients I have taken xanthan gum and psyllium husk. Last but not least, our Himalayan pink salt. Before cooking, we have to prepare our batter. So in a mixing bowl, I am taking my hunk curd or Greek yogurt. We'll make it this into buttermilk. Into our yogurt, I am adding my almond flour. Now we'll give it a nice mix. Pour some water into this. I have added approximately 3 cups of water. Now into this we'll add some salt. Since there will be salt in this Mor Molahai or buttermilk chili, we have to adjust our salt consistency here. So better we add little bit of salt. I have taken like 1.5 teaspoons of Himalayan pink salt. Again we'll mix it thoroughly. Now our batter is half done. Once we start cooking, we'll complete the batter again. Now we'll go into the cooking. Into a pan, we'll add some sesame oil for tempering. By the time our oil is getting hot, we'll cut this buttermilk chili into pieces, small pieces. To this recipe, we are not adding any chili powder or green chilies. So all the spiciness should come from this buttermilk chili and our red chilies. If you prefer your Morkali to be spicy, you can add some chili powder also, or you can add your green chilies also. Now I'm going to add our chili. Just we'll wait for this to turn some color. Now we'll add our red chilies. If you are taking raw peanuts, this is the time you add it. Since I have taken the roasted peanuts, I am going to add it later. I am going to add some mustard seeds and some cumin seeds, and we'll wait for them to splutter. Once our mustard seeds and cumin seeds splutters, we switch off the flame. Now I am going to add some curry leaf into this and roasted peanuts and our peas or asafoetida. Give it a nice mix. Again, we are here to complete our batter mixture. So in this batter mixture, I have added buttermilk and almond flour. Now we are going to add our xanthan gum and psyllium husk. Be very much careful. I'm going to add just a half a spoon of xanthan gum. Give it a mix. This is the time you have to act very much faster. Our psyllium husk. This I am going to take 1.5 spoons. Now we'll mix it thoroughly. So our batter is ready to cook. Again, I switched on the fire. Now into this tempering, I am going to add our batter. Now we'll mix it thoroughly. And we have to wait until this thickens up. After adding our batter, we'll add some coconut oil into this. Since this is keto and we can eat lots of fat. Give it a nice mix. And so we'll wait until our morkali cooks completely. In original recipe, that is other than keto, we use rice flour instead of our almond flour. So the rice flour, it tends to bind everything, all the spices and all the buttermilk and everything. It mixes, combines everything, and it gives a nice thick consistency to the dish. So since we are using almond flour, which doesn't give much thickness, so I added xanthan gum and psyllium husk. You can see our morkali is getting thicker. This texture we get only by adding our psyllium husk and xanthan gum. We'll keep on mixing it until our oil is absorbed completely. Then again we'll add some oil, then we'll mix it. Here you can see all our oil is absorbed. Now we'll add still more coconut oil into this. And we'll keep on mixing it until the oil is absorbed, and we'll get a nice thick consistency of this morkali. I'm adding still more coconut oil. Some points to be considered while making this morkali. This morkali, traditionally it is made with sesame oil. Since we are in keto, I am taking little bit of sesame oil and lots of coconut oil. If you don't like the smell of coconut oil, you can substitute with avocado oil or olive oil also. Then number 2, regarding the hung curd. Usually this recipe is made with sour buttermilk. So they will wait for our buttermilk to get sour and they will make this recipe. If you are planning to make it instantly, you can make it with our normal fresh hung curd, and at the end you can add some lime juice. If you are planning to make this for next day or other than that, you can keep your hung curd outside overnight so that it gets little bit sour and it will be even more tastier when we cook it. Original recipe for this morkali, we use lots of lentils like chana dal, urad dal to get little bit crunchiness from the dals. Since this thing it's going to be like a cake, very smooth texture, and we want some crunchiness in between. Since we are not using any lentils in keto, I have taken little bit of peanuts. If you are concerned about using peanuts, you can avoid it, but still it tastes good. Regarding the buttermilk chilli, these chillis are soaked in buttermilk for overnight and then they sun dry that. That process continues for 3 to 4 days up till the whole buttermilk is evaporated and whole chilli is dried completely, so that this is preserved until 1 year. This is a process which they make in summers. Nowadays that buttermilk chilli is easily available in markets, so you can try it once. If you don't have that buttermilk chilli, you can substitute with green chillis and this red chillis. Both taste equally good. Now you can see our morkali is almost done. Now we are at final stage. At this time I am going to add our lime juice or lemon juice. According to your taste for sourness, you can add it. Here I am taking 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and immediately you have to switch off the flame. Now we'll give it a nice mix. Our morkali is ready. This one you can eat it like this itself. You don't need any side dish to eat it. If you prefer to eat something, you can take some keto lime pickle. So here is my keto morkali. Very creamy and very tasty. Looks so yummy also. If you give this and the original one, people will get confused which is original. This tastes absolutely equal to the original taste. So nice. I recommend this recipe. Try this recipe in your house and tell me how it came for you. I love to hear from you. If you did not subscribe to my channel yet, please consider to subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing lots of interesting recipes. We'll meet you next interesting video. Until then, take care. Bye for now. Thank you for watching my video. Hi guys, Namaskaram. Welcome back to my channel. நான் புதுசாக ட்ரை பண்ணேன்னு நினச்சேன், அதை சொதப்பலை எடுத்து. ஓகே, நவ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வில் ஸ்டார்ட் இல்லை. நவ் வில் மேக். அப்போ என்ன சொன்னதுக்கு முன்னாடி? Now we'll see how to make. Okay. First we have to make the batter ready. So today yeah. So now we'll see. Wait.